Looking for a high-octane way to help out local charities? Look no further. Welcome to Lancaster Cars and Coffee. Let's go take a look. Dr. Shay Stevens started Cars and Coffee just 2 years ago with a couple of his fellow car enthusiasts.
I've had Saturns, every Audi possible, BMWs, Mercedes, I've been through all those. Man, we haven't had a Ferrari.
Stevens soon turned it into a charity event as it grew exponentially.
Everyone here was like, it's not going to work, it's not going to work, it's Lancaster, it's not going to work. And now we have 1,000 people that follow it. We had, for this last event, we had 1,000 people interested in coming.
Students make up a large number of the people attending Cars and Coffee.
Facebook events was the biggest thing that we saw it on, and we saw a lot of pictures of the different cars that were there. And a lot of what we go to is different styles, and the Cars and Coffee is more of an exotic and more expensive kind of car that's there. Usually if we're getting people to meet up before, we'll probably get around 10, 15 cars to go with us, and then we'll get there, and there can be 15 cars there, there can be 215 cars there. There's a lot of, it all depends on the weather that day, and that's one of the biggest factors is the weather.
Of course, when you have many high-performance cars meeting in one place, there's a need for police presence.
Just because you have a car that can perform doesn't mean the driver behind the wheel can handle that or handle the conditions, especially when you're on a highway where you've got other drivers and other traffic. I mean, that's just a recipe for catastrophe in some cases. And it has in some other municipalities. There have been instances where people have had drag races and someone loses control and careens into a crowd and people get killed, and then there's all kinds of uproar. So we like to stay on top of these things to avert a tragedy.
Stevens knows this is a concern and welcomes the law enforcement presence because he doesn't want his event shut down.
We post in our Cars and Coffee that we reserve the right to report your license plate to the police if you're doing anything illegal. We reserve the right to kick you out. We reserve the right to ask you to leave and never come back. That's why we're just enforcing it. So we will have police now. If it's over at 11, we'll have the police show up at like 10:30 and just sit there. And people will behave. Or if they're stupid, then they'll get ticketed.
Together, Stevens and the Lancaster Police have been working hard to keep Lancaster Cars and Coffee a family-friendly charity event. For Hempfield Happenings, I'm Christian Groff.